12 life-changing tips to attract everyone you meet. According to a study, people with strong social networks tend to be more successful and live longer. We often ask ourselves, how can we make people like us more? What can we do to get along well with people? How to expand our social network? Well, here are 12 simple yet life-changing ways you can follow to attract everyone you meet and enhance your people skills. 1. Make people feel important. People like to be noticed and desire to be recognized. Make them feel appreciated, time-worthy, and important to you. The more they realize, the better they respond. 2. Agree with people. Adopt the attitude of being agreeable. Learn to agree with people and let them know by your actions by simply nodding your head or saying yes. Remember, people like people who agree with them. 3. Listen to people actively. Listening to people profoundly is one of the most dominant people skills. If you are a good listener, people would love to have a conversation with you. Learn and practice to become a good listener. People will start to enjoy your company in no time. 4. Respect other people's opinion. People don't admire being proven wrong even when they are. Use a more subtle approach to correct them rather than bluntly criticize them. Start by saying, I might be wrong, but let's take a look at it another way. This will take the argument on the neutral path with no opposition and even inspire your counterpart to be open-minded for suggestions. 5. Remember people's name. Remember the people by their names. Call them by their names every time you make conversation with them. According to great author Dale Carnegie, our name is the sweetest and most important sound in our ears. When someone mentions it during the conversation, it makes us feel good and give the impression of being important. Use that to increase your influence on people. 6. Avoid getting in arguments. Argument leads to stubbornness. The more you argue, the more your counterpart will become stubborn and will be in denial. Remember, you can win the argument, but you can never win your opponent's goodwill. Avoiding arguments is a great sign of strength. Use it to your advantage. 7. Criticize constructively. Nobody likes to be criticized. It is best to avoid doing it anyway. If you have to criticize, do it constructively to avoid creating bad vibrations. Follow a simple technique called feedback sandwich. Start the conversation with praise, then drop your critique point in the form of feedback and close it with a compliment or by saying something that you like about that person. This way you will end your parley on a positive note. 8. Handle complaints like a pro. People want their complaints handled and problems resolved. Listen to them profoundly, encourage them to let it all out, and try helping them with the solution. That shows them that you see things from their perspective and care about them. 9. Use positive talk. People like to be around people who have a positive outlook than people who haven't and continually whine about their problems. Describing your sufferings in public doesn't make you an attractive person, it's quite the opposite. Remember Lou Holt's words, never tells your problem to anyone. 80% don't care, and the other 20% are glad you have them. Use positive talk and eliminate complaining, teasing, and sarcasm from the conversation. 10. Don't make any assumptions. Assumptions create suffering. We often assume situations and turn them into reality by reacting to them. Most of the time what we assume is not even true. Assumption destroys marriages, friendships, and relationships very quickly. It's always good to ask than to assume a scenario in your mind. Remember, asking creates clarity and brings peace to your mind. 11. Don't take anything personally. We get all defensive when someone says something about us which isn't pleasant. We start taking things very personally and become aggressive to respond. This is how you get manipulated most of the time and become an easy target. Always make sure not to take anything personally. Take time to process the situation, calculate the best possible outcome for you, and then respond accordingly. This will always let you keep the upper hand on your counterpart. 12. Avoid practicing perfectionism. You are destined to encounter unhappiness if you are looking for a perfect relationship with people. Nobody can live up to the expectations, even not yourself. Perfectionists are very sensitive to criticism and play safe and defensive all the time. If you're really looking to expand your social relationship with people, get rid of perfectionism. Accept people for who they are and not what you want them to be. If you enjoyed watching this video, please share it with others. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.